You once brought hope.
Now I bring justice.
Justice is blind, not heartless.
Hey guys, so today we have another figure. This one is actually a DC figure. This is one of the most powerful sorcerers in all of DC, magic user, with many abilities and basically unlimited potential. I present to you Dr. Fate. Now you may be wondering, who exactly is Dr. Fate? Let's start with Dr. Fate's origin story, shall we? Dr. Fate, as I said, is one of the most powerful magic users in the whole DC universe. And this is how it all started. Young Kent Nelson was just a boy with his father digging around in the old dirt, trying to find something interesting. And then suddenly, all of a sudden, he uncovered a 5 billion year old god. How crazy is that? Just imagine digging outside in your backyard or something and then, there's a god. So basically, what Kent did was he found the god Nabu, which is one of the most powerful gods ever. Nabu was a member of the Lords of Order, and they needed to stop the Lords of Chaos in a cosmic battle that stormed across galaxies. So the Lords of Order are basically a team of really powerful magicians that have to defeat the Lords of Chaos, who basically want to bring death and destruction to the universe. So Nabu decided to take Kent under his wing, and he morphed Kent into his full potential, which is basically like a grown man. Then he gave Kent 3 special things. He gave Kent the Helmet of Nabu. It's a super-powered helmet that contains Nabu inside it, as well as a whole other universe. This helmet has had several powerful feats, which we will get into later. He was also granted a cape, which basically gave him super strength, super speed, and super durability. This takes it to quite extreme levels. He used his super strength to hold back the universe's destruction. This is extremely powerful, as he needed to use all his force to carry literally everything in the universe. So he did this with some help from the Spectre, which is a cosmic being that basically is second in hand to the Presence, which is like DC's one above all, who is the one above all in the Marvel universe. So that's pretty crazy. But Dr. Fate actually defeated the Spectre when they got into a fight. Can you believe it, guys? Or at least stalemated him. Maybe defeat isn't exactly the right word, but well, he stalemated him, so that counts for something. Also, his super durability goes to extreme levels as well. This means he actually survived in a part of the universe where nothing existed. Literally nothing. And he still made it through. I know that makes no sense, and the writers were probably thinking something very confusing. But anyways, Dr. Fate did it, so we gotta mention it. Speaking of the Helmet of Nabu's feats, it actually has a very surprising feat. This Helmet of Nabu is so fast that it managed to cross the whole universe and bounce off the edge of the universe and come back. Also, Dr. Fate was granted a talisman, which basically contained all the other Dr. Fates in it. Yes, many people have worn the Helmet of Nabu. It is a very powerful helmet. Many people have worn it, so if Dr. Fate wants to unleash his full power, he can use the talisman with the previous Dr. Fates to go final form. But that includes his wife Enzo, who is actually a previous Dr. Fate, but Kent's the main one, so we're going with him. But if Kent goes final form too hard, and he just blasts everywhere like crazy and magic flying everywhere, then he might end up dying along with Enzo and Nabu. So you don't really want to do that, do you? That's why Kent doesn't really want to go full force unless he absolutely has to, especially while fighting the Lords of Chaos. So Dr. Fate is basically a cosmic being who likes to bring safety to the universe. Dr. Fate actually has a powerful symbol, which is basically the symbol of Ankh, which was used by ancient Egyptians to represent the meaning of life. So Dr. Fate truly believes in all this stuff, does he? Those were the amazing feats of Dr. Fate. But what abilities does he have? Now, this is kind of confusing because Dr. Fate has many abilities. So many, in fact, that he can basically do whatever he wants. This is so that Dr. Fate can shoot ray beams and do a bunch of magic stuff, but he only needs to think. He doesn't have to do certain movements and say certain things. He just has to think. With a single thought, he could erase his foe easily. So the Lords of Order kind of have a really spectacular member here, don't you think? Dr. Fate is so powerful, he even thought about erasing the Presence one, which is basically, as I mentioned, DC's one above all. So now that we know what Dr. Fate is all about, let's get into this figure. On the back, you can see a really interesting image. This is Dr. Fate with the Ankh symbol behind him. So this Ankh symbol basically looks like a bit like a human, but a human with like one leg and then two arms splayed out to the side. And then the circle thing is basically his head. But I guess it looks more of a balloon-shaped thing. So without further ado, it is time to get Dr. Fate out of the box. And he is out. Oh, escape is stuck. I think we just slide it out. Yeah, there we go. So here we have the Dr. Fate out of the box. Why did I say the in front of his name? That doesn't make any sense. But anyways, here we have it. Finally, Dr. Fate unleashed out of his box. So like I said, this guy has many magic abilities, but he doesn't look like that much of a doctor with this cloak and everything. Usually doctors just go for neurosurgeons and stuff like that. But anyways, we're getting off topic. Let's get right into this figure. There is a very nice head sculpt. You can see a nice fin. It's not a fin, but like, you know, it looks like one over the helmet. It's a very nice coverage for the helmet and some nice details as well. You can see his eyes go out to the side. They point a bit upward as well. And you can just see Kent's ears just peeking out of the sides of the helmet, which is very nice. You can see the Ankh symbol on these talismans. You might not be able to see it very well, but they're there. He has a nice flowing cape. This cape feels a slightly bit heavy and a bit rubber, so you can move it around a bit. It goes up a bit. Basically, Dr. Fate has the Ankh symbol everywhere. Wait, I wonder, can you remove this helmet? No, you can't. But he has the Ankh symbol on his chest. Might not be able to see it very clearly. He also has some kind of obelisk symbol over here. You can see his little Ankh symbol again for the billionth time on his knee pads, as well as a nice yellow coloration over here around the knees. He has little blue shoes over here. He also has these things on his side, these blue patches, which is a nice addition to his clothes, as well as a giant dark patch over here. So let's see if he can stand properly. I'm not exactly sure if he can stand properly. He apparently has a stand. Let me just get that out. So basically guys, that was the detailing of the Dr. Fate figure. Now let's check out the articulation, shall we? So you can move his hands a bit like that. You can twist them 360, nice touch. Let me see for the other one. Yeah, you can too as well. You can bend his arm like that, so like he's flexing or something. You can't move this talisman. I'm checking if you can move the leg talismans. Oh wait, no, I don't think you can, never mind. This is really cool. You can move his head side to side. You can twist it like that, as well as move it like he's looking around. I think he can bend his leg, can he? Yeah, he can bend his leg like he's kneeing someone. Although he probably wouldn't do that and just use some kind of magic hacks ability. Oh, and you can move his heel up, so like it's really on the fringe and then it's just down a bit. So yeah, that was the articulation of the Dr. Fate figure. I'm just gonna check if there are any more actually. You can move the top half of his body. Can you move the bottom half? Yeah, you can as well. Lots of creative articulations on this figure. 10 out of 10. So this was a really nice figure, and I hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and goodbye.